Hi there. So in the previous video, we talked about being able to trust your dreams and intuitions and visions that you have in yourself by allowing me to share mine with you. And I hope that you got something from that episode because I know it was a bit chaotic, but I really hope that I was able to give you something there. Because right now, like the after sharing my dreams with you, it's like I feel much more at ease sharing the deepest parts of me that not many people see because I'm just silent. In real life, I'm just poker face RBF. Okay, and this is because thanks to my Scorpio moon are just RBFs. We don't show our feelings. We don't show how we truly feel. We don't say how we truly feel. We don't really reveal what's in our hearts. And because it's like me being conscious and being able to master the self and others, this is what it leads to. Like, because like, just to give you, like, an example, like, so again, my little board, just to, like, being able to explain to you my point. Okay. So I'll use myself as an example. So this is me. And I guess you've already seen this drawing. My best in art drawing. My best in art. Like I used to join art contests when I was in high school and all, and I sometimes won, but yeah, like years of not being able to practice my art. Yeah, I have a collection of crayons and oils and whatever, but I don't know what to do with them. I have paintbrushes and all. I even have a blank canvas, but I don't know what to do with it. So maybe this is something like I have to deal with and work with. And I hope that at some point I can paint and I can do something with my fear of painting. That's so weird. I have fear of painting and I have fear of being. I remember years ago when I was really at my abyss, like I was really at the bottom of my depression. Like I was at my suicidal time. So it was like I was afraid to use colors. I was afraid to use even pencils. I was really afraid to keep in touch with my artistic side because I really believe that I am an entrepreneur. I am the businesswoman. I am the Saturnian woman. I am a very ultra successful woman who only knew how to make debts. So it's like there's a conflict, okay? And I've shown this illustration in my previous videos, so if you can look it up. So yeah, it's like stop being a people pleaser, or was it yeah, I forgot. So it's like yeah, just like that, like so just like that, like you want to concentrate, you have this idea, but there's just loud distractions. So, and because of these distractions, you forget your dreams, you forget your visions, you forget everything that is really true to you because of the distractions. And these distractions are caused by you not being able to really release the ego, because ego is not, yeah, like I said in my previous video, like ego is there to protect you, okay, but it's not there to protect you from your inner child, because you're supposed to be friends with your inner child. So why would you need your ego and weaponize your ego to hurt your inner child? You understand what I'm trying to say? So instead of working with your inner child and being able to allow the magical flow of your imagination and dreams and visions and emotions or whatever that's really inside you, you're working against it. Okay, so by saying that, it's like me, like, because me, I have Scorpio moon, and Scorpio moons in general are like the most misunderstood natal sign, because people really don't see what is inside of me. And if you know me personally, have you ever thought that I would talk about the woo-woo stuff? If you know me personally, if you know me like by the book, have you ever expected that person that this lady would actually, this woman actually likes to talk about the mystery, the occult, the esoteric? No, because it's perfectly hidden. So that's what I'm trying to explain. Like, so this is your sun. I mean, my sun, because I will use myself as an example. So my sun is Jupiter, because it's in Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. And then my unconscious is here. So that's the moon, and it's in Pluto, because Scorpio is actually ruled by Mars, and the secondary planet is Pluto. So, oops, yeah, that's Pluto, and co-ruled by Mars. Okay, so if you watched the previous videos, then you would have seen that my Mars is also in Cancer. Cancer is 69. How do you do that? 69, something like that. Anyway, yeah, like, so let's just make a let's make a crab. Anyway, let's say we'll just use C. Like, yeah, because it's like 69. Cancer is like, so it's like something like that. Yeah. Okay. So what I'm saying is, since my Mars is in Cancer, so that means like since my unconscious is co-ruled by Mars, so that means my unconscious and my actions are correlated or co-linked. So whatever, let's say my son, okay, my son wants to have a coffee. I know this is like a classic example. Like, I want to have a coffee, that's my son wants, okay? And then, because of whatever is going on in my unconscious and all, so I decided not to. And because my Mars in Cancer is playing out, or like having some special relationship with my Scorpio, because they're working somehow together. They're not best friends, but they kind of work together. It's like whatever my conscious brain wants doesn't go well. Not really go well, but it's not to what I expected. So example, I want to make a coffee, but that's what my conscious brain wants. And then the ending is like, I wasn't able to buy coffee because I did something else, when in fact my conscious brain wants to have a coffee, but I went ate, and then it's like I went to the restaurant and said, or I did something else, or did some cleaning, or I don't know, like there's some disruption, there's something that's blocking the way that makes me unable to really exercise what I truly want, right? And like I said in my previous videos, where Mars can be manifested in my arms, in my hands. Looks like some chicken. Anyway, bear with my drawings. So your Mars is amplified or being manifested through your actions, your ability to create ripple effects, tangible ripple effects, actions, and your decisions, the way you talk, the way you move things, the way you, I don't know, like the way, like what people see, what people hear from you, what people see from you, whatever, like you do something, what people experience from you. And yeah, and because of that, like as a present self, it is my responsibility like to really work on my unconscious, because I want them to work together with my son. Okay, and to do that, this is like being able then to really know how I can individuate. It's where the individuation comes in, because my conscious brain wants to evaluate, for example. But then every time I do that, I cannot. For example, like, okay, I like to try to write a journal. That's what I want to, I know my conscious brain wants to write a journal entry. But somehow when I do my journal entry, I feel like something is stopping me, something is blocking me, something's distracting me. Instead of writing the journal entry, I'm doing something else. And every time it happens, because I'm not really exempted from this, because it happens to me every time, because I'm still working with myself, and I'm not really like telling you that I'm already healed and all. I'm really sharing this with you because I'm healing with you. So, and I want to heal with you and share this journey with you, so to really be able to really know myself too. And yeah, and by doing that, it's like, how should I say? Like, I want my conscious, my subconscious, and my unconscious to work together. And to do that is being able to to sit down with me, myself, and I, and being able to consciously allow the emotions that arise whenever I write the journal entry. And because oftentimes the reasons why I cannot write the journal entry, because I fear something that will come out that I will not be able to take back. But compared to talking and doing something tangible with others, when you write your journal entry, you're releasing it on the page. These thoughts are yours. These are private thoughts. These belong to you. So even like, and that's what I noticed. Like that's what I truly appreciate about journaling, because my conscious brain is able to welcome my unconscious thoughts and feelings by really being honest with myself, with my feelings. How do I really feel, even if it's gunky, even if it's uncomfortable, even if it's controversial, even if it's mind-blowing or whatever. Like, it brings me to a spectrum of emotions, good and bad. But it is important for my conscious brain to reconcile what is actually going on, so my conscious brain can finally accept, okay, I have something in this, like I have a trauma. This response was rooted from a deep-seated childhood trauma. Then what can I do with this? So your conscious brain then can do some logical stuff, okay? Once you recognize or you reconcile both energies. So now your conscious brain is now, okay, this is what is going on with me. Now what should I do with it? So this is the time that you will research. This is the time, excuse me, this is the time that you will exercise your logical self. Okay, because this is exactly what I did. Like, when I was ready to finally sit down with myself years ago, It was hard, and it was like really not really easy for me to reveal myself, and especially on the page. But it was necessary for me because I really needed some outlet, because I would go crazy, because I'm emotionally violent if I cannot find any release of these emotions. Because what you see right now, how I look at you, how I talk to you, that's not exactly what is going on inside. So there will be times that I will be smiling at you, but I'm actually angry. Or there will be times that I will just be in RBF, but I'm actually like daydreaming some nice stuff, but my face will just stoic. And unless you have some like sensitivity, then maybe you can predict, maybe you can anticipate, and if you know me enough, then maybe you can expect, or maybe have some wild guesses. But even my husband, he doesn't know what will come up. He doesn't know what to expect. But I don't want him to feel like he has to walk on eggshells. But that's how it was before, when like before all the shadow work, he was like walking on eggshells, and I feel the same. It was like walking eggshells with each other, because he's a cancer man. So it's like I don't know when this cancer is going to boil up, and I don't know when he would explode. And not really explode like explode. Cancerian explosion is different. It's like silent explosion that you just feel their absence. You will just feel like the tensed environment, but it's silent, tightening, deafening silence, right? And because of that, it's like I really don't want to be in such environments anymore. And then we both are working on stuff, so it's like me being able to really reconcile what I'm actually doing, and being able to accept it with my conscious brain without judgment. So that's how, and that's what shadow work is able to bring you, in the same way that it has brought me. And because of like I did this several times, like every day almost, now I'm speaking with you. Otherwise, if I hadn't done all the work, if I hadn't done all the shadow work, if I hadn't confronted my deepest, darkest demons and befriended them and allowed them to sit in the passenger seat, or if I allowed them to sit on the driver's seat, sit on the driver's seat. Ayan. So anyway, like if you allow to befriend your demons instead of just shooing them away, or depriving them of being able to participate just because you don't like them, like it's actually the best way. It's actually the best answer that you can find, to befriend them. Because once you befriend them, and being able to access what is actually going on with that demon, why is he angry? Then you will find what you as a conscious person are doing. For example, in my case, it was like I was writing business, and I was just using my writing as a way to make money. Okay, I wasn't using my writing as an outlet to express my creative self and authentic self. So that's why it ended that way. So in the same way, maybe you feel the same. Like maybe you like what you do, but you feel like there's something missing, or there's something like you don't really like about this job, this situation, this event, but you really don't know what it is. Then it's time to sit down with it and ask yourself, why is this going on? Maybe there's some, like, your conscious brain and your unconscious are not really able to work well. So that's why it's important for you to distinguish the self, know yourself, and being able to define the boundaries between you as the self and others, and to find the balance between the two forces. Because you cannot be just alone. You cannot just be like self. You know, it's narcissistic. You need others to complement. Like you need reciprocation, and for you to receive something, then you need others too, right? And because you need others, it doesn't mean that you will just people please them and forget and ignore your needs and wants just because you want to please them. Why don't you please yourself in the same way that you can please others? And that's the very question that I've been asking myself for so long time. And it took me time to sit down with it, like sit down and talk about it and discuss with it without crying and bawling my eyes out and wrecked and all, because back then it was like a question that I cannot answer because it was just so painful. So painful that I cannot find, because my sun, Sagittarius, the North Node. The North Node is asking you to ascend in that way. Like, this is how you expand as a person, as a soul, as a human being. Your North Node, if you checked your astrological chart, your North Node will be the one who like to give you what your soul is actually meant to do here on earth, or how you expand as a person. And in my case, my North Node is Sagittarius, so it's like being able to sit down with my Scorpionic energy in the eyes of a Sagittarian. Sagittarian, they like fun, they like to be jovial, they like to be friendly, they like the light-hearted stuff. They don't like the serious, heavy things. But my Scorpio wants the heavy. I want the truth. I want the big deal. I want the real thing. Don't tell me any BS. Don't talk to me with your small talks and blah blah. And it's so rigid to the point like I really don't have access to my Scorpio. So, and I don't want that to happen to you, because once your sun and moon couldn't work well together, then your Mars, then your hands and feet, your decisions, it will be chaos. You will not be satisfied with your life then, if you continue living your life that way. That's why I'm giving you these worksheets, and if you like to download links, the link is in the description, and it's free. You don't have to sign up. So I'm giving that away for free because I believe that it will help you, and you don't have to sign up, and you don't have to take your identification and exchange, like to get your information, just to get what is right for you. I mean, this is a tool, and I really feel called to share these tools with you because this helped me in my journey, and I believe that if it helped me, then it will help you too. But in the same way, like, I don't want you to just follow what I said, like, okay, this is my system and all, and just follow as it is. Then, like, I don't want you to feel like, okay, this is it. I want you to expand. I want you to grow. I want you to feel loved and be held and cared and loved. But there will be no other person on earth who could do that except you. Okay, not your girlfriend, not your boyfriend, even me. Like, I can't rely on my husband with like 100% of my emotions. Like, it's my responsibility to regulate my emotions. His business is when we interact, like, okay, but how I feel, how I think, I don't know, like, this is so private to me that I really feel light. I feel weird that I'm sharing this with you, but it's really needed. So I hope that you got something from all of this, like but this is really basically how I study myself. This is really how I basically study myself for so long time. And I'm doing this in a written form, and I'm sharing this with you with all these illustrations. But the point is, you being able to find your own way around it. These are just tools. What I showed you are tools, like tarot, oracle cards and all. So these are tools that I use, and I'm sharing them with you because I believe that you need you need guidance. Okay, you need guidance. So I'm not the type who will tell you what to do, and I really don't like telling people what to do. So because people should know what they should do. Okay, and because I have a history of being a controlling person, I really don't want to exercise that level of control on myself and others, because yeah, that's my pet peeve as a Scorpio moon, like control. So even my emotions are controlled. The creative juices inside me are controlled instead of just allowing them to flow. So I hope that you get anything from this message, and if you do, let me know. And I really appreciate your likes and your engagement with every video that I upload, because every time I produce videos like this, honestly, this requires me some level of vulnerability, and being vulnerable as a Scorpio moon is like, what? If you ask any Scorpio moon, are they willing to be vulnerable? I will just laugh. Okay, but I'm willing to be vulnerable because I don't want you to end up like me. I don't want you to end up standing on the train track and ready to jump. I don't want you to feel like you're so lonely and alone in this world that all you think about is just life is so miserable. When life is so full of adventures and full of mysteries, and every time these mysteries come out, what do? Coincidence. It's just a dream. It's not true in a way. See, like that's how your brain works. That's how your brain works. It's like every time there's this, like every time God tells you, every time the universe tells you something, you just shrug it off and then pray to the church. I pray for some blessings and miracles. And then when these miracles and blessings come along the way, maybe, why? I mean, why? So that's my question, because it's like your conscious brain knows, okay, I want to have some blessings and miracles. I have my dreams and all, but your actions don't match. Why don't you match it? So it's time. Maybe it's time for you to really reflect on what you're doing consciously and what you're doing unconsciously. Okay? And I really wish you the best of yourself. I really wish that you can find the treasure in yourself, wherein it's time for your conscious brain to step aside and allow your heart and soul to speak, and see what happens. See what magic you can do with them instead of working against them. Because that's what I did. I used them in a way like it became destructive instead of using them into a transformative power. And each of us have the ability to transform people and transform our lives only if we have the intention to do it. And it takes some intention to do that, because it requires you to respect your unconscious, to listen to your subconscious, to tell your conscious brain, yeah, I've been listening to you for so long time, maybe step aside and allow my heart and soul to talk to me this time, and see what happens. Is that understood? Am I being understood right now? I don't know, like, yeah, this is what I have for you. I have my stuff here, but it ends a different direction. Because there's so much to talk about. There's so much to talk about shadow work. And yeah, and I really hope that you will find yourself with a smile and a laugh. And I really want you to just like look at life in a different perspective, like so different than how you used to see it. Because life is fun. I tell you, life is fun. Only if you listen to what is inside you. Only when you listen to what your dreams, visions, thoughts, and feelings are telling you will you find the right path, the right answer, the right choice, Because your soul knows what to do. It's just your brain telling you no how. It's just telling you otherwise. But your soul knows, your heart knows. But it's just your brain telling you 1,000 reasons not to believe in it. Right? So I hope you got something from this message. And yeah, all the links that you need to know about me, if you'd like to know more about me, all the links that you need to know are in the description below. And I hope that you will have a nice week, you will have a nice day, and stay safe. And I love you. I love you so much, and I care for you so much, just as I love and care for myself. Because I really love you. I really care for you. And I really do genuinely am thankful for you being here and just listening to every word that I say. I really truly appreciate that. With love, peace, and harmony with self and others. See you in the next one. Cheers!